Do you have questions about real estate contracts, legal jargon, or real estate transactions in general? Welcome to Ask the Attorney. I'm Jeff Hernandez, licensed attorney and realtor with the Connie Cola Group at Retzi, a Forbes Global Properties partner. Every week I'll be answering questions from the perspective of a licensed attorney and a realtor relating to real estate transactions to help you along the way and to hopefully assist you in avoiding potential pitfalls in any real estate deals. Let's take a look at today's question. And today I have a special guest. Her name is Jennifer Lamp. She's with Radiant Financial Group, a mortgage brokerage here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. May I introduce you to Jennifer Lamp. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk with you today. I'm doing very well. Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about Radiant Financial Group.
Yeah, so we are a residential mortgage lender here in Arizona and California, and just recently we're licensed in Montana, and hopefully by next month it'll be Utah. So we're slowly expanding. But yeah, we have a small group of about 15 of us who have 20 plus years in the industry as advisors, just helping people with their residential loans.
Very good. Okay, so Jen, I have a few questions for you today. We're going to go through the Q&A here for the next few minutes. My first question to you relates to what is known in the industry as divorce mortgages. How does a lender or a mortgage advisor like yourself help a separating couple in Arizona?
Well, it's a great question. Divorce is crazy. It can be very difficult, and there's a lot of moving parts in it. And so for a divorcing couple, I think it's important that you have a team and that your team helps you determine what are those questions that you don't even know to ask. So really, I'll narrow it down into two main ways that having a lender on your side as you're going through a divorce helps. First off, it helps with maintaining homeownership eligibility, and we help keep you credit worthy through this process.
So Jen, you mentioned a moment ago homeownership eligibility. What is that and why is it important?
So really, the bottom line is majority of Americans, their largest asset is real estate. So what I'm here to do is help a divorcing couple stay eligible to be able to own a property, whether it be the property that they're currently living in and one spouse is going to take over sole ownership of that property, or they're selling that property and they want to purchase a property after the divorce is complete, or they're looking at renting for a period of time and they eventually want to own a property. There are a lot of strategies and questions that need to be answered up front so that they can maintain that eligibility and qualify.
You mentioned earlier as well that a lender can help a divorcing spouse with maintaining credit worthiness. What is that? Have you done this in the past? Give us an example.
Yeah, that's a great question, because recently I had a client that called me, and I was thankful because she called me right at the beginning of the divorce. And, we had a wonderful discussion about she was just kind of picking my brain, trying to figure out where she goes from here. And at the end of that conversation, she happened to just throw in, hey, by the way, I'm about to call and cancel all of my joint credit cards that I have with my spouse. Immediately I panicked and I was like, wait a second. Because you really do need to think about what you're doing with these joint accounts. What is the best way to separate yourself? And there has to be some strategy and thought in this, because if she goes and cancels 10 years of revolving lines of credit off her credit report, that could plummet her score down to where she has no ability to qualify for a home at the end of this. So I just help her. I help her. This particular client was a her, but I help the divorcing spouses just really talk through what do they have together, what's the best way to separate that, just so we can maintain that credit score. And then some people are already, going through some credit issues. What can we do to help repair that, so that at the end of this divorce, you've got your, firm foundation moving forward?
So when would be the best time in a divorce timeline to get involved with a lender like yourself?
So I would say as early as possible, but bottom line is pre-mediation. Before the decisions have been made that you can't change. So let's, when you are collecting those documents, you're meeting with your divorce attorney. If you're using an attorney, you're starting to just build the foundation. You need to get with a lender. And at that point, they're going to help you in kind of asking those questions, structuring what are your options. And, one major part of homeownership eligibility is structuring income. And part of the divorce process is figuring out income. Are you going to have alimony? Is there going to be child support? If you do have those, do they qualify? Can you use those to qualify for a home down the line? Those are questions and that I can help with. So ideally, pre-mediation.
Pre-mediation. So what you're saying basically is if it gets to mediation and it gets beyond a signed decree, an agreement between the parties, it could be too late for you to be able to help, right?
Well, we're definitely chasing our tail at that point. There are a lot of times where I get my clients after the divorce is complete, and within the divorce, they've structured timelines for getting a spouse off the property that they're keeping, and they never looked at qualifying, and they don't qualify. So then we gotta, we're constantly having to adjust, and it's just a real mess. So let's just do it right and do it right from the beginning. So there's no reason why you don't want to build that team up front. You want a divorce attorney or mediator, and you want your lender on your side right from the beginning.
Very good. Makes sense. Jennifer Lamp, thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate you coming on and speaking with us and educating us about divorce mortgages and what you can do to avoid calamity if you get in early enough and work with somebody like yourself, a professional like yourself. Jen, how can people get in touch with you? Tell us where we can find you.
Perfect. Well, Jeff, thank you again for having me on here. I love, my job is about advising and really truly helping people with their real estate decisions. So I'm excited to be talking about this because there's a lot of need out there right now. So, but you can contact me by going to my website, which is jenloans.com. I'm also, my office in Surprise. My office number is 623-584-7784. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn. So I'm everywhere. So please reach out if I can help.
Very good. If you have any questions you'd like me to address, drop them in the comments section, and I'll be sure to answer those questions in future videos. Thank you for joining us on Ask the Attorney with Jeff Hernandez. See you next time.